What's up, YouTube? Spoozy Breezy here, or Spoozy Beezy, as you know, because of the video being on my Dragoonity 187X channel. Now, for those of you who don't know, the only reason why I'm putting videos back up on this channel, for some of those who are subscribed to this channel, who are subscribed to my other channel, is because currently, for the moment, in roughly 2 weeks, my Darkness Falls 187 channel, or Spoozy Breezy channel, is currently on lock. It's disabled at the moment because of one bitch named Female. Her name is Forever Desired. Now, Forever Desired decided that she wanted to flag one of my videos that she had sent me and had asked me to put up for her. And the bitch blew up overnight. So, I mean, she obviously tripled, quadrupled the subscriber base that I have, you know, but I mean, hey, I mean, I probably would get all crazy subscribers too if I would put up pornographic shit. You know what I'm saying? Sexual ass content. You know what I'm saying? Any idiot can do that. It takes a real person to be able to put up something like this and people actually like and watch it, like watching it and feel like they're entertained and they got a good sense of, you know, information from the video. So it's whatever, fuck her, fuck that bitch, and it's a fucking shame on how she did me after, you know, I done went balls deep in her fucking mouth. Fucking tramp. Anywho, let's get on with the video. I'm doing my Dragoonity deck profile. This is the build that I ran at the Columbus Regional. This isn't the build that I ran at the Columbus Regional. I did real bad with what I did have and had scrubbed out, so I made some last minute changes. It's just that at the regional, more than 80% of everybody ran Macro Rabbit, so if that was the case, I would have just ended up maining Royal Decrees and Imperial Iron Walls and, you know, all that bullshit. But, you know, it is what it is. I didn't think I'd end up having to play Dino Rabbit for 5 out of the 6 rounds before I dropped. So I was like, oh man, yeah. But anywho, if I would have been going up against Rabbit all fucking day, I would have ran this build. But anywho, it starts off like this. You know, 1 Zevros, the Elite. You know, I noticed that some people, once again, want to still run 2. I really don't think that you need, sorry for the glare, guys, you really don't need 2, because you can do the loop turn 1 with just a simple, you know, Ducks and Mistleton. You can just search them from the deck and have a full power Red Eyes, Darkness Metal, and all of the above. 3 Dragoonity Ducks. He goes without explaining, and 2 Mistleton, and 2 Dragoonity Legionnaire. I'm sorry, guys, I'm slightly pissed off about what this bitch did to my channel. So 2 Dragoonity Legionnaire, because I know I used to have it at 1, but 2 works out better because, you know, there's all kinds of shit, and it's just easier if you just blow it up and you just do something else. If you just blow up cards on the field, get rid of them, especially if you get rid of most of their traps early, because most people, you know, the traps that they do set be like their devastating ones. So like if you can destroy them and get them out the way, then it's free reign when you make your Ducks combos. 3 Dragoonity Phalanx. He goes without saying, engine of the deck. I think he's one of the best tuners in the game. And 2 Ackles. You run 2 Ackles because, you know, you got 2 Legionnaires, and every once in a while one gets removed from play. And there came a time when I was running 1 and all my phalanxes got removed, and I had to avarice him back to the deck and then search it using Ravine just so I could make a Vajrayana and swing with Vajrayana for game, and it was ridiculous. 2 Dragoonity Mistleton. 3 is cloggy, and you really don't want to do that. I mean, because you end up having, he's a dead draw. The only time you really want to draw him is like, you know, first turn, say first or second turn tops. Anything after that, he's usually like a dead draw. And you know, he helps play around Veiler. So like, if you don't have cards in your hand and you're just basically top decking, it's not good to draw him. One. Red MD. Red MD is in, you know, well, obviously I'm running the Atum build, but Red MD, it really doesn't matter to me if I draw him or if I search him from the deck or if he's even in the graveyard. I mean, it really doesn't matter to me. He still gets to the field one way or another. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's kind of like the Grapha for my deck, because like he just constantly comes back via Monster Reborn, via Atum, via Queen Dragoon. He just comes back regardless and shits on your day. And to affect Veiler, you know, I don't care what anybody says, certain hand traps just need to be remained. 3 Dragon Ravine and 3 Terraforming. I was running this at 2, and I don't know. It's like when I run it at 2, I don't get my field spell. When I run it at 3, I end up drawing 2 field spells and 2 terraforming it every now and again at a high rate, and I just don't like that. And 2 Cards of Constants. Is Foolish Burial? I really took Foolish Burial out? Oh, well, I guess so. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to put Foolish Burial back in for simply as mind control. But anywho, yeah, this is basically the engine of the deck spell-wise, you know, with the 3 ravines, the 3 terraformings, and, you know, the terraformings and the 2 cards of constants. It just gets you to where you need to be. Get your Dragon Tuners in the grave. Got you somewhat of a little bit of a draw power, so it works out fine. But for staples, 2 MST, 1 heavy, 1 book, 1 mind control. Mind control is a devastating ass card these days. 1 Vault of Avarice and 1 Monster Reborn. And I was just talking about taking out mind control too. I mean, because even then, mind control is sometimes a dead draw too. So I guess you'd rather want to have or run. I mean, I guess mind control is just player preference. I mean, I like using it sometimes. Sometimes I just rather have a Foolish Burial, but, you know, that's whatever. And for traps, the Solemn Brigade, you know, the Judgment, and the 2 Warnings. 2 Fiendish Chain. 2 Deep Prison. I need another one. Well, I need another one of these to replace this. But, you know, so if anybody has one, just let me know. I'll buy it or trade it to you. Tell me what you want for trade, whatever. And 2 Icarus Attack. Icarus Attack is in here because, you know, when you're going first in game 1, you know, and you play like how you should play, you know, play your Legionnaires out first before you play your Duxes, so you can get your loop and shit off and shut your opponent down. You should still have this left over, you know, for mad destruction. And I'm thinking about taking this up to 3 just so I can run 3 Legionnaire, just so I can, you know, do a little bit more. But I just don't really know where I want to put it, just so I have more destruction. Now now the one rabbit dude who I beat, you know, even though he did go off and all that, this just came in handy, like especially when, like, all right, if you go first, or you go second, or you go first and you didn't really get nothing, you just set up with like a you know, your Blackwing Zephyros, and you get this set, and, you know, they play their rabbit, and then they do the rabbit. You could just blow up their 2 Manila monsters that they just summoned to the field. I mean, that's what I used. That's what I did. For the extra deck, 1 Hyper Librarian, 3 Valdriana, and 1 Dragoon Unite Gator. Someone at the Columbus Regional had the nerve to tell me that he does not run this, and he runs the Atum build. Like, oh my goodness, dude, did you not see my other videos at my loop to get the Atum the Red MD at full power in the Stardust Dragon. Like, oh my goodness. And he goes into it. It's a real simple and easy loop. I don't know why people who play Dragunities who run the Atum build don't fucking do that. It's fucking stupid. 2 Stardust Dragon, 1 Thought Ruler. I never made him in Columbus. 1 Colossal Fighter. Colossal Fighter is good, especially late game when your opponent has no more destruction left. You know what I mean? To destroy monsters, all you can do is attack them. I mean, they just keep attacking, and he just keeps coming back. You know what I mean? So it won me. It also helped win me a rabbit matchup. 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Trident Dragon. I didn't have him in. I should have had him in. I don't know why I took him out. He's one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards ever of all time. I don't understand why I took him out for some bullshit. My Stroke, Symphony Dajin. My Stroke is better than yours. Utopia. What the fuck is this nigga's name? Does anybody know? I fucking forgot. Heretic Dragon, King of Atum. I'm a fucking idiot, guys. I swear. And 1 Photon Strike Bouncer. I can't believe I forgot how to say Heretic Dragon, King of Atum. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Well, that's basically an extra deck. For the side deck is basically 1 Chimera Tech Fortress, 2 Scrap Dragon, and 2 Electric Virus. Now let me explain Electric Virus and the madness that Electric Virus has, because someone said something to me about it before. Electric Virus is very good for the Rabbit, the Macro Rabbit, Dino Rabbit matchup, because Logia and Dolka are dragons. So like if you discard this during your turn, if you don't have this in your hand, what are you going to do? If you summon, Logia negates it. If you play a devastating spell card, Logia negates it. And maybe that devastating spell card you needed, you know what I mean, to like do what you need to do. Like if you summon a Dux and you have a Phalanx in your grave, Logia can negate it. Or Dolka will negate the Dux's effect to get the equip. You know what I mean? Logia will negate your field spell. So if you just discard this, take control of it, then you can use their own monster against them. You know, I had someone activate a Torrential when I took control of their Logia, activate a Torrential when I had control of their Logia. I negated it with their Logia. 2 Soul Drain. This stops Dark World. Mermails. Mermails isn't a bad matchup for this deck. Dragunity, I think, runs over it real bad, because their real boss monster is Abyss Megalo, not Mulan Glacia. He's just an extra in the deck that is real easy to drop. But Abyss Megalo is the problem, because he can attack twice and he can blow shit up. So a good Fiendish Chain Stardust on that, they can't get over it. They can't. It's just impossible. 2 Royal Decree. These shut down the agent matchup because they run the trooper. I've been seeing a trooper build, and so with the triple calls and shit, so that just stops it. 2 Imperial Iron Walls because it beats the current meta as of right now. You know, with all the damn macro rabbits running around, all the D-fissures and shit. And 2 Goes and Match for windups and Sams and all the other crazy bullshit. And 2 Nobleman Crossouts. For anything that is a flip effect that sets, such as Gravekeepers. But yeah, that's basically the deck. I'm actually doing a contest, you know. The first 500 subscribers, I'm giving away a prize, such as, I don't know, you know, a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's not going to be no bullshit ass Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's not going to be a bullshit ass prize. Like, if you subscribe, like, I could possibly send you a 10, or I could send you a Photon Strike Bouncer. I'm just basically sending out staple stuff and possibly shit that people need. So like, you never know what you could get. You could get anything, and it's not gonna be no bullshit ass card. You know what I mean? If I decide to send you a card, anything I send you is not gonna be bullshit. It will be something that you can use in your deck. I mean, so like if you subscribe and you send me your address, you will get something within, like, I don't know, about a week or two, depending on shipping and handling. You know what I mean? Well, not handling, but shipping, like that, because I'm sending everything UPS. So yeah, so subscribe and like the video, and go to Forever Desires YouTube channel and tell that bitch on that she's a hoe and she's a skank and she's a tramp, because that is exactly what she is. I don't care how beautiful she is. She's jettier than a V8 twin.